Welcome, Scorpio. At Astrologically, we believe planets do not predict your future. They reveal your true potential. And today, the divine message is thunderous and clear. God says the delay is over. Scorpio, this is not a whisper from the universe. It's a declaration from the heavens. The time you've spent feeling trapped, overlooked, and misunderstood wasn't in vain. It wasn't wasted. It was divine gestation, a sacred period where your spirit was being refined, your purpose was being clarified, and your power was being strengthened. The delay you experienced wasn't a denial. It was a divine strategy. Because what's about to come through for you isn't ordinary. It's extraordinary. And it needed time to be made ready, just as you needed time to become the version of yourself capable of receiving it. Scorpio, you are the phoenix of the zodiac, the one who rises from ashes others fear to even touch. You've endured breakdowns that would have broken lesser spirits. You've walked through emotional fires, spiritual deserts, and silent nights that seemed endless. And still, you rose. You didn't just survive. You transformed. And because of that, you are now entering a season where resurrection is no longer just symbolic. It's visible. The world is about to see what God has been working on in secret. The power that was hidden inside of you is emerging, and what once looked like failure is now being recast as divine foundation. The wait wasn't punishment, it was preparation. For a blessing you couldn't even fully imagine before. Scorpio, in the depths of your silence you found something sacred. Clarity. You discovered who you really are, what you really want, and what you'll never tolerate again. That awareness is now attracting everything that matches your truth. God isn't sending you crumbs. He's sending you alignment. Partnerships that mirror your depth. Opportunities that honor your talents. Resources that multiply your impact. This isn't just a new chapter. It's a whole new book. The timeline you're stepping into isn't a continuation of your past delays. It's a divine acceleration. The same areas where you faced resistance, finances, relationships, purpose, are now becoming highways of flow. Financially, everything is shifting. The delay around your abundance wasn't because you weren't worthy. It's because God needed to protect what was yours until you were fully ready. Until your self-worth matched your divine worth. Until your inner stability could hold outer prosperity. And now, that alignment has come. Expect sudden opportunities, unexpected contracts, clients or projects that find you, not because of hustle, but because of divine positioning. The resources you need are already being assigned to your name. Doors that were previously shut are now opening, not because you knocked harder, but because God said it's time. This is the season where your faith becomes funds, your passion becomes profit, and your efforts return dividends. What was delayed is now being delivered. Emotionally, Scorpio, you've been through a purge. You've let go of people, patterns, and pain that kept you tethered to a version of yourself that was no longer authentic. You've learned to sit with discomfort, to breathe through chaos, to find calm in your own center. And because of that, your emotional intelligence is now your superpower. You're not just attracting love, you're attracting depth. Relationships that aren't built on fear or control, but on trust, transparency, and truth. The delay in your love life wasn't a curse, it was protection. God was ensuring that when love came, it would be safe, expansive, and mutual. You no longer settle, you magnetize. You no longer chase, you choose. And you no longer carry people, you collaborate with equals. Spiritually, you've gone through a rebirth. The silence, the solitude, the surrender, it wasn't empty. It was sacred. You've tuned into a higher frequency now. You hear God not just through signs, but through your own intuition. Your discernment is sharper. Your prayers are more powerful. You're no longer begging. You're commanding, decreeing, partnering with the divine. You've moved from questioning why things didn't happen to understanding that divine timing is a language of its own. And now, that timing has caught up to your breakthrough. God is saying you're no longer waiting, you're walking in it. Every delay is now becoming a divine launchpad. Scorpio, you've always been the one who feels deeply, who sees what others miss. who senses what's unsaid. And that gift has often made you feel isolated, alienated, or misunderstood. But no more. This season, your depth is being honored. Your insight is being requested. Your energy is being revered. The same intensity that scared others before is now your divine advantage. The world is ready for your truth. Don't hold back. Now, speak, lead, create, transform. Your words carry weight because they're forged from real experience. You didn't just read wisdom, you lived it. And that lived experience is now a bridge for others to cross into their own healing. Your purpose, Scorpio, has been calling. And now you're finally answering. Not from fear, not from desperation, but from divine readiness. The ideas that have been bubbling inside you are now becoming blueprints. The visions you tucked away are now becoming strategies. The talents you suppressed are now becoming tools of transformation. You are being positioned for impact, whether it's through your voice, your art, your leadership, your service. This is the moment where your calling meets capacity. And God is making room for you. You don't have to fight for your place. Your presence is your permission. Your authenticity is your access. And your pain is no longer a prison, it's your platform. God is not just restoring what was lost, He's multiplying what's to come. The delay was a divine buildup. And now the floodgates are opening. You'll see how connections happen faster, how manifestations come easier, how the very things that felt blocked now burst open. This is your reward season. But it's not just about receiving, it's about becoming. Becoming the leader you were always meant to be. Becoming the lover you were always worthy of. Becoming the light you often looked for in others. Scorpio, you are no longer in hiding. You are no longer in holding. You are rising in full authority. And yes, there will be moments where it feels surreal. When the blessings arrive so quickly, your mind will want to resist. You'll be tempted to question, to shrink, to delay your own rise. But don't. This is not the time for hesitation. It's the time for embodiment. The blessings aren't too good to be true. They're true because you're finally good with you. You've done the work. You've faced the shadows. You've healed the wounds. You've owned your truth. And now heaven is responding. So Scorpio, walk boldly now. You're not the same person who started this journey. You're wiser, stronger, softer, sharper, more aligned than ever. And as you move forward, remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation for your elevation. You don't have to justify your joy. You don't have to prove your worth. Your life is the evidence. Your breakthrough is the testimony. Your peace is the sign. You were delayed but not denied. And now you're not just moving forward. You're soaring. You're not just getting back what was taken. You're getting more than you imagined. The divine clock has struck. The waiting room is closing. The doors are opening. And everything that was once held back is now being unleashed. Overflow, abundance, recognition, alignment, love. It's all here. So take a breath, Scorpio. Feel it in your bones. The energy has shifted. The season has changed. The tide has turned. This is not a rehearsal. This is the real thing. God says, the delay is over. And everything you've ever prayed for, cried for, hoped for, worked for, is now rushing in like a river that could no longer be dammed. This is your divine moment. Don't look back. Don't look down. Just rise. Fully, freely, fiercely. Because now, the delay is over, and your destiny has finally arrived.